Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon, and this is Shannon's Book Nook. And today we're going to be talking about all the books that are on my November TBR. And for this month, we're going to be working off of my birthday bingo. So, all of the books that I have for this month's TBR will hopefully fit a prompt for my bingo board. So, let's take a look. All right, so the first square is read a book by an author or with a main character that is Hispanic or Native American. So my first option, I'm not really sure. I'm assuming that because of the setting, that somebody is going to be Hispanic. But I also had the question because I'm not sure if Brazilians are technically considered Latino slash Hispanic. So I had that question. If you know, if you have an opinion on the matter and would like to share, leave a comment. But this is my first pick. I need to get it read for my Atria partner. It's a book that was sent to me by Atria, the publisher. And this is Tropicala Calia by Harold Rogers. So he is part Brazilian. So the author, if Brazil is in fact going to be counted as Latino slash Hispanic, then this would work. But it says Daniel Cunha has a lot on his mind. He got dumped by his pregnant girlfriend. His grandfather has dropped dead. And on the anniversary of the raid that doomed his drug dealing aunt and uncle, his mother makes her unwanted return. Years after she fled to marry another American fool like his father, misfortune, however, is the Cunha family affair and no generation is spared. Not Daniel's grandfather or grandfather's wife, Marta, dragged from her paradise by her scheming daughter Maria. Ooh, we got a lot of family drama in this one. So this hopefully will work for my first pick. If Brazilian is not in fact considered Hispanic or Latino, I have another pick. You had me at Hola by Alexis Daria. This could work in place. So one of these two books will go for that first prompt. My second square says read a book starting with S. So I picked another Atria book that was sent to me because I am behind on my Atria book, so I need to get caught up. But this book is called The Sign for Home by Blair Fell. This cover is just so stinking cute, and we have a service animal. This guy looks like he might be blind, and because it's a sign for home, I'm wondering if maybe there's a deaf character. So I'm loving the representation that is in this book already. So it says, when a young deaf-blind man learns the girl he thought was lost forever might still be out there, he embarks on a life-changing journey to find her and his freedom. Arlo Dilly is a young, handsome, and eager to meet the right girl. He also happens to be deaf-blind, a Jehovah's Witness, and under the strict guardianship of his controlling uncle. His chances of finding love and even friendship seem slim to none. And yet, it happened once before, many years ago, at a boarding school for the deaf. Arlo was surrounded by his best friends and met the love of his life, a mysterious girl with onyx eyes and beautifully expressive hands that told him the most amazing stories. But tragedy struck, and their love and all his friendship were lost forever, or so Arlo thought. After years trying to heal his broken heart, Arlo is assigned a new tactical ASL interpreter named Cyril Brewster, highly skilled, rebellious, and gay. Through their unusual friendship and college rating assignment, Arlo unlocks buried memories of his past. Soon he wonders if the hearing people he was supposed to trust have been lying to him all along, and if his lost love might be found again. No longer willing to accept what others tell him, Arlo convinces a small band of misfit friends to set on a journey to learn the truth. Despite the many forces working against him, Arlo will stop at nothing to find the girl who got away and experience all of life's joyful possibilities. This is super cute. This sounds like it's going to be a cute novel. It is a little long. Let me see how many pages we have here without. I've got questions, topic discussions, acknowledgments. So it's just over 400 pages, sitting at 401. So it's not as long as I thought it was. The pages must be pretty thick. So I'm excited about this one. All right, the next square is read a book with a blue cover. Blue is my favorite color, so I need to read a book with the blue cover. I'm picking another Atria book, and this one was damaged a little bit in mail, but it's Have You Seen Her by Catherine Mackenzie. Let me read the back. It says, it's easy to disappear when no one is watching. Equipped with a burner phone and a new job, Cassie Peters has left her secretive life in New York City for the refuge of her hometown of Mammoth Lakes, California. There she begins working again with Yosemite Search and Rescue, where a case she handled a decade ago continues to haunt her. She quickly falls into old patterns, joining a group of fellow seasonal workers and adventurers who have made Yosemite their home during the summer. These include Petal, a young woman living in a trailer with her much older girlfriend, keeping a detailed diary of the going-ons in the park, and Jada, a recent college graduate on a cross-country road trip with her boyfriend, documenting their journey on Instagram. When these three women cross paths, Cassie's past catches up with her, and shocking consequences ripple out far beyond the park. Wow. I'm excited about this one. This one did come out this year in 2023. So I need to really get caught up. And I'm excited to read this one, even though it did get a little bit damaged. All right, so the next square says read a book where the main character is a teacher. So I'm going to be reading Teach Me by Olivia Dade. This is a contemporary romance, and I am looking on Goodreads to read the synopsis. It says their lesson plans didn't include love, but that's about to change. When Martin Krause arrives at Rose Owens High School, she's determined to remain chilly with her new colleague. Unfriendly, maybe. Understandable, yes. Since a loathsome administrator gave Rose beloved world history classes to Martin, knowing it would hurt her. I need to open up. Sorry, it wouldn't let me open the rest of the synopsis. Okay, here we go. But keeping her distance from a man as warm and kind as Martin will prove challenging, even for a stubborn, guarded ice queen, especially when she begins to see him for what he truly is, a man who has never been taught his own value. Martin could use a good teacher, and luckily Rose is the best. Rose has her own lessons about trust, about vulnerability, about her past to learn. And over the course of a single school year, the two of them will find out just how hot it can get when an ice queen melts. I am already so excited about this book because I already see myself a little bit in both of these characters. So I'm super excited for this book. The next square, it says, read a book where the main character is plus sized. So this could be the main male character or the main female character, but somebody has to be plus size. So I picked Blindsided by Amy Dawes. This is also a sports romance, which your girl loves right now. So it says the synopsis, what happens when an almost 30-year-old virgin agrees to let her Scottish footballer best friend give her some lessons in seduction? Lots of banter, awkwardness, jealousy, and heat. Midfielder Maclay Mac Logan is a loudmouth, tattooed ginger content with focusing on football. But when an adorably freckled seamstress comes barreling into his life, he finds Netflix and bickering with her to be his new favorite pastime. Freya Cook is used to being the invisible woman with a needle and thread, offering cheeky punchlines as she helps dress London's finest. She's plus sized in body and spirit, and other than her friendship with Mac, talking to the opposite sex is one skill she never mastered. However, after one innocent game of Never Have I Ever, Mac offers to play love coach for Freya. What neither of them sees coming are the feelings that develop when the clothes come off. Now they're both about to learn the biggest lesson of all: don't fall in love with your best friend. I've heard good things about this book. So I am, and it's been out for a while. It came out in November of 2019. And so I'm a little behind on the times and I need to get this read. So I'm excited to finally get it in my TBR. All right, so for this next square, it says one of my faves. So if you're participating in this bingo, in this birthday bingo with me, you're going to head over to my Instagram page and you're going to click on one of the highlights that says my faves or Shannon's faves, and you'll pick a book from that list. But since I've already read all those books and I don't plan on rereading, I'm going to pick a book that I think is going to be a 5-star prediction. I I go into every book anticipating to love it. So I had a really hard time picking just one, but I think I've landed on one. Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. So book 2 recently came out like a month ago, and I really want to get this series read. So, and I've had it sitting on my shelf, so I'm hoping that I'll love it. Assistant Wanted. Notorious high-ranking villain seeks loyal, level-headed assistant for unspecified office duties, supporting staff for random mayhem and terror, and other dark things in general. Discretion a must. Excellent benefits. With ailing family to support, Evie Sage's employment status isn't just important, it's vital. So when a mishap with Rendaw's most infamous villain results in a job offer, naturally, she says yes. No job is perfect, of course, but even less so when you develop a teeny crush on your terrifying, temperamental, and undeniably hot boss. Don't find evil so attractive, Evie. But just when she's getting used to severed heads suspended from the ceiling and the odd squish of an errant eyeball beneath her heel, Evie suspects this dungeon has a huge rat. And not just the literal kind. Because something rotten is growing in the kingdom of Rendon, and someone wants to make the villain and his entire nefarious empire out. Wants to take him out. Now, Evie must not only resist drooling over her boss, but also figure out exactly who is sabotaging his work and ensure he makes them pay. And after all, a good job is hard to find. So I'm just, based on the synopsis, I am loving the humor so I am anticipating really enjoying this book, and just having a grand old time with it. So hopefully I'll love it. All right, so for the last row, the first square says read a book published in the month of November, any year. So I'm actually going to pick a book that is a brand new release. It's coming out this month. It comes out, when does it, the 19th. So towards the end of the month. So hopefully I can fit it in. So this book is The Songbird and the Heart of Stone. So I think I said that title right. Yeah, The Heart of Stone by Carissa Broadbent. This is book 3 in the Crowns of Nyaxia series. It is a fantasy romance featuring vampires. And I don't want to read the synopsis because there are a couple of spoilers for Serpent and the Wings of Night and The Ashes and the Starcursed King. So if you haven't read those books, I don't want to spoil anything. But this book does feature Misha, who I absolutely loved. In the first 2 books, we meet her there, and then we find out more of her story in book 3. And I am very excited to follow her on her path, on her journey, and, seeing what comes of her after the first two books. All right, the next square is read a sports romance. So this is the only square that is very genre specific. So I am going to be reading a NetGalley book because again, I'm behind on my arcs. I'm going to read Heavy Hitter by Katie Cotugno. It is a baseball romance, which I absolutely love baseball, so I'm hoping that I will love this as well. This says, um, Taylor, okay. Taylor and Travis, Jennifer and Arod, Marilyn and Joe. When a professional athlete and a megawatt star fall in love, the world is obsessed. With 4 chart topping albums, Lacey Logan is a superstar whose life no longer feels like her own. Her every move is photographed, videoed, and dissected online, and her carefully curated Instagram feed studied by fans worldwide. To maintain her privacy, Lacey skillfully controls her narrative, showing fans and paparazzi what she wants them to see. When Lacey discovers her boyfriend is hiding 2 devastating secrets, a bad cocaine habit, and a pregnant girlfriend, she begins to lose confidence and control of her own story. Then, big shouldered baseball player Jimmy Hodges, a former rookie of the year when Lacey was in high school, walks into the bar where she's venting to a friend. With his shaggy beard and unfashionable button down, Jimmy is the opposite of the picture perfect guy Lacey thinks she wants. Soon, sparks fly and inhibitions go out the window when Lacey dares to take some chances. Lacey and Jimmy are polar opposites, but could this be the forever after they both needed? This sounds like a super cute book, and I love the fact that we have the professional athlete and a celebrity like pop star, pop singer. It's giving Taylor and Travis, which, So I'm hoping I'll enjoy this one. All right, so the last square is read a book where the main characters are in their 30s. So I am going to be reading Happiness for Beginners by Catherine Center. So I absolutely adore Catherine Center. Her books are way more than just romances. There is a, you know, very good plot line and usually some kind of emotional healing, whether that emotional, sometimes physical, like there's a lot more than just the romance going on. So in Happiness for Beginners, the synopsis says a year after getting divorced, Helen Carpenter, 32, lets her annoying 10 years younger brother talk her into signing up for a wilderness survival course. It's supposed to be a chance for her to pull herself together again. But when she discovers that her brother's even more annoying best friend is also coming on the trip, she can't imagine how it will be anything other than a disaster. Thus begins the strangest adventure of Helen's well behaved life. 3 weeks in the remotest wilderness of a mountain range in Wyoming, where she will survive mosquito infestations, a surprise summer blizzard, and a group of sorority girls. Goodness gracious! Yet, despite everything, the vast wilderness has a way of making Helen's own life seem bigger too. And somehow, the people who annoy her the most start teaching her the very things she needs to learn, like how to stand up for herself, and how being scared can make you brave, and how sometimes you have to get really, really lost before you can even have a hope of being found. So I'm loving that. I like I said, I love Catherine Center. I have quite a few of her books, and really enjoy, her romances, her life lessons, her the whole healing process that her characters tend to need to make in the book and their journey. So I'm excited for Happiness for Beginners. So those are all the books that I want to read for my birthday bingo, but I have a couple more. One is my book club pick, which is You May Now Kill the Bride by Kate Weston. Um, the bride in our book club book picked this book, which is hilarious to me. So, the bride to be drops dead at her bachelorette weekend with all her bridesmaids as suspects for her murder. In this wiry thriller full of deadly twists and characters you'll love to hate. Who will be left standing when the bouquet is thrown? So, this, and I've read a couple of pages, the humor got me. So, I have a feeling I'm going to love this one. And this is my book club pick. The other books that I really want to get to are kind of just vibes right now. I have been wanting to read One Dark Window for a while by Rachel Gillig. This is a fantasy romance. I It's also on KU. So I really want to I hear that the vibes are like chilly and spooky, so I'm hoping to really get to this during the fall time. And the synopsis on the back says Elspeth needs a monster. The monster might be her. Elspeth Spindle needs more than luck to stay safe in the eerie, mislocked kingdom of Blunder. She needs a monster. She calls him the Nightmare, an ancient mercurial spirit trapped in her head. He protects her, he keeps her secrets. Now, the mercurial spirit, like, I don't do the whole demon thing. Like, I don't like that. So I'm hoping we're not dealing with a demon here, but because we have the mercurial spirit, makes me think there might be demons involved. I'm really hoping that's not the case. So, a One Dark Window is also on my list. Will I get to it? I don't know. There's there are, as you can see, quite a few books on my TBR this month. Will I get to these last two, One Dark Window and the one that I'm holding right now? I don't know. But the other one I really want to get to is Lights Out by Navessa Allen. It's a dark romance. So, a dark romance like you've never seen before. Can you handle the ride? I want someone with a soul as black as night. Someone who would burn the world down for me and not lose a single minute of sleep over it. Trauma nurse Allie, don't know how to say her last name, doesn't need any more kinks. She likes the one she's landed on just fine. To her, nothing could top the masked men she follows online. She fantasizes about one man in particular hunting her down, but she never could have guessed that one drunken text could make those dreams into reality. I want things most people don't, craving darkness and depravity instead of light and love. Josh Hammond has spent his life avoiding the limelight, but his online persona is another story. At night, he posts masked thirst traps for his millions of fans, but one follower has caught his eye, Allie. Together, Allie and Josh live out their darkest fantasies, unaware that Allie has captured the attention of someone with far more sinister intentions. As Josh turns from predator to protector, he must ask himself how far he'll go for the woman he's obsessed with. So I'm excited to read this one as well, just because of the vibes. It's all vibes, baby. So that's it. That is my, my TBR stack. Let's see if I can get them all stacked up. Okay, let's see if I can get this turned around. Okay. Now remember this top one probably won't get read. We'll see, because remember I have two options for that first square. So we'll just take this one out right now. But there's my TBR, and then don't forget about all the ebooks that I have, that I posted little covers of the when I didn't have the book. So yeah, we gotta I might be delusional. I might be delulu for this TBR. So thanks for watching. If you stuck around for this long, thank you so much. Don't forget to like if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. If you want to find me on any of my other social medias, don't forget to check the description box and you can find me there. If you want to participate in my birthday bingo, you can find the bingo card over on my Instagram page. And if you want to leave me a comment, leave me a flower for the bouquet, a flower emoji. just to let me know that you were here. And thanks, guys, for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.